We are the Fellaz Youth Foundation.
And you are watching the Rise and Spivey Show.
Thank you all so much for tuning into the Rise and Spivey Show. Today is going to be a great episode because all of the guests that I'm featuring, I know them in real life, and I'm so proud of them. The first person I have here is Mr. William Blake. How you doing today, sir?
I'm wonderful. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. Thank you again. This is your third time or so being here.
Hey, it's a pleasure just to be in your presence, definitely on your show. So thank you for always considering me to invite me to be a part of this phenomenon here.
Thank you. I'm happy that you're here, and I want to talk about some of the great things that you're doing. Tell me about your most recent promotion.
Well, recently I was just promoted to assistant principal of Dr. Henry A. Wise Junior High School at the age of 26. It's kind of like a great accomplishment being that.
No, kinda. It is.
Well, it is a great accomplishment being that, you know, I feel that I am one of the youngest persons to have done it in the county. And my duties and responsibilities is just to ensure that the incoming ninth graders are equipped with the structure and support of having a great instructional leader in front of them, leading them on a path of academic success.
All right. And I know you're doing great at that. Everybody knows he was on my first episode, actually.
Your very first guest.
My very first guest.
Yes, indeed.
And I shared with my viewers how when I met you in college at Morgan State, he was so sure of becoming a teacher and then later becoming a principal. And that's what I want to talk about right now is how important not only study habits are, but planning your future and your career is, because I know the reason why you have been so successful is because for years you were headed in one direction. You knew exactly where you wanted to be, and that's why you're there now. And you're also in graduate school.
Yes, I just finished up my first semester of my PhD program down at the University of Maryland Eastern Shore. So like talking about a balance between your first year assistant principal and the first year doctoral student, I'm glad that the Christmas break is coming up on Wednesday.
You working hard.
You know, I'm just trying to be a role model for, you know, all the youth who are looking up to me on a daily basis.
Recently, or yesterday, you were involved in a Twitter poll. Tell us about that.
Oh, wow. Oh, yes. On yesterday, well, what I'm beginning to start on Twitter, I'm going to start having Sunday conversations with my students. And yesterday was the first conversation that I had, and the feedback that I received was it was phenomenal. I didn't think that the students would take it to that level. I just asked the students a basic question: what does it mean to have a great teacher? And they really poured open their hearts and their minds on what they believe a great teacher is. So as an assistant principal, I'm going to make sure that their feelings and their emotions and their feedback is represented, you know, in the schools that I currently serve right now at Wise High School. So, and it was interesting because first thing this morning, I shared with my principal the conversation we had, and we both were just blown away about the response that the students were giving to us on yesterday.
Wow, you better go.
Thank you.
Well, I invited you. I called Will at the last minute last week because I wanted to have his organization, the Fellaz, on, and I asked him could he make it happen, and he did. So later in the show, we're going to talk to the Fellaz. I thank you so much for coming, so we'll see you in a little bit.
Not a problem. Thank you.
You're welcome. Y'all stay tuned.
Peace. This is our scene from Godzilla, and you're watching the Rise and Spivey Show. Peace.
Thank you so much for watching the Rising Spivey Show. You know who I am. I'm the host and the producer, Miss Spivey. Right now, I want to encourage you to visit us online, www.risingspivey.show. There you can sign up for our monthly newsletter on the Rise with a lot of great information about this show and other things that we're doing in the community. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for staying tuned. You are watching the Rising Spivey Show, and I have Miss Christol Williams
Yes,
here in the studio. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I can't complain. I'm feeling really good. I'm happy that you're here finally.
Yes, I'm excited. I'm excited.
Well, Christol is the owner of Christol Salon and Spa in Clinton and in Largo.
Yes.
You were recently awarded the Youth Entrepreneur of the Year award.
Yes.
How does it feel to be recognized for all of your endeavors?
It just feels like an honor. I feel very blessed right now. I didn't think this, would happen, I guess, but once you work so hard, and I guess this is what I live for, this is what I work hard for, and at the end of the day, I can really see that it pays off.
Right, and it does. Your facility is so beautiful.
Thank you.
You don't have just a regular salon. You have a really nice, calming, everything from the bathroom. It's got candles lit. The massage room looks like a child's bedroom, like a magical place. It's really, really nice. So the thing is, I went to school with Christol. We went to elementary school together. We played basketball together. We cheerleaded together. When we got older, maybe middle school. So I remember you used to twist my hair.
Yes,
we used to watch videos in her room. And look, this song came on by Sunshine Anderson. Heard it all before. And you used to do this stupid dance like you were too much, and it came on, and I remember dag, the time flies. She had all of this attitude, and you was in the TV come home late.
Oh, so you gonna put me on blast
But
right now?
I just it's so amazing how time flies, and you were doing twisting my little hair then, and here you are as a woman with your own 2 salons, not one. Not not a little booth in a plaza or something like that, but you own 2 huge facilities. Actually, one in Largo, right in the area, basically where we grew up.
Yes, it's a blessing, right? The high school we went to, so right, our stomping ground. So it really feels like home, and it really makes me feel a part of the community, to serve the community.
When did you realize you wanted to do hair?
Of course, I didn't realize it when I was twisting your hair, but I guess God had something planned for me. But my mom, she kind of made me get a job, and I guess the only job that was out there at the time was, because I wasn't 15, so I had to do something that would kind of keep me going, and I started out sweeping in the salon. And then I was just really motivated by the fact that it just felt so free spirit. It didn't feel like you had to
a 9 to 5.
Right. It just felt so free. And it didn't feel like work. It just felt like, a time and place to serve people, and where they can relax and actually make people feel better. So that's what kind of inspired me. So then I said, okay, of course I wanted to be a news broadcaster, something. That's funny because you're in the line of media and everything like that. So, but I just really didn't think that, I would be a professional and owner of salons and, all of that. So it's just amazing.
It is. It really is. I remember after I had Kenzie, you came to visit me at my mom's house.
Okay.
And you were like, you should go to hair school. You should just get it out the way. I was like, I'm not going to hair school. You was like, it's easy. You're going to make all of this money. You should just go. I should have listened.
No. And that's what I learned doing it so much. It's really a passion, because you come across a lot of stylists, and it has to feel like, it's a passion type of thing.
Yeah.
And I feel as though that's when you get the most out of whatever you're doing in life. If it's passion, it's coming from the heart, and it doesn't feel like work.
Right. Now, I'm a businesswoman, but I don't manage employees the way you do. How is it to be at your age with a flock of employees in 2 locations? You're the boss. How is that? How does that work?
It's what's a good word to put this? It's very, very rewarding.
Okay.
It's very rewarding because, my age, I'm kind of getting up there. I'm no longer 21. So, of course, most of my staff is older than me.
Right.
So sometimes it's a situation of, you know, the age card or, you know, people trying to maybe not really not really respecting me, I should say, because of my age. But at the end of the day, I treat people like they want to be treated. So I feel as though with all of my staff and all of my team, we have a relationship where it's just kind of, you know, mutual, I should say, where we all get along, we can communicate. It's never like I'm, you know, demanding, or I kind of let people be who they are and feel comfortable. Because when you're working, you're at work longer than you are at home sometimes. So, you know, work is home sometimes.
Right,
so
yeah.
you can't just be a boss that's just like kind of too demanding and too, you know,
And
just
face
right, just doing
step
too
on
much.
toes.
So I just treat people how they want to be treated, and when we have to get serious, which we already are, we do.
I believe you know how to.
But the age card definitely can be a struggle. But at the end of the day, it just makes me realize how blessed I am.
Yeah, to be where you are. You work so hard. You work really hard. Do you take days off?
Well, I mean, I graduated to 1 day off after my first salon kind of launched about 3 years. And then once I opened my second salon, I've been back to every day. So
Every day.
every day.
Wow.
Every day.
But that's what it takes. That hard work is what it takes to become the youth entrepreneur of the year. You have to work hard every day.
I'm going to get away from every day, but when you're addicted to work, it's not work.
Right.
When I go home at night, I feel like I'm on vacation. So it doesn't feel, I feel like I'm getting away. That's how much I like to work. So hopefully, you know, it won't burn me out or anything like that.
All right, let me ask you this. What is it like, well, what has been one of the challenges of being an entrepreneur, of being a businesswoman? Let me first say this, that you have a very great foundation.
Yes,
you have a
I
great
thank God
family
for that.
foundation. Yeah.
I thank God for my parents, Mr. and Mrs. Williams. I love them so much.
I love them too. Thanks for letting me spend the night over all of those nights.
All of those nights, our rides to
Carpool.
different places and everything. I just thank God for my parents, and they're definitely my motivators, and I just look up to them. Without their support, I wouldn't be here where I am today. It's just a blessing to really, you know, operate and manage with their support.
And your dad's so funny. I know he makes the salon a lot of fun because he always has a joke for me.
Yes. But I kind of, you know, I'm at a point now where I'm basically building the brand and really focusing on the brand for what it is, and really seeing the importance of branding. You can never work on your brand too much. So it's just trying to really make Christol Salon and Spa like a true brand where it could just live forever.
Okay, so let me close with this. When people hear Christol Salon and Spa, what do you want them to think? Christol Salon and Spa, what comes to mind?
What comes to mind is trendy, relaxing, clean, edgy, professional, customer friendly, customer satisfaction, just all those things. Catering, pampering, we're just all about the customer.
All of the above, right? You really have a wonderful thing going for you. I hope you can come back on.
Thank you.
She is responsible for this do here. Please see her. And my color, what do you call this?
That's the ombre. That's the ombre.
Yes.
Ombre.
And that, what does that mean? It starts from dark and goes to light.
Yes.
She convinced me I needed to do something new. So I said, this is a good start for me, and I love it.
Yes. It's amazing.
Thank you. Thank you for coming on. Much blessings to you. I know you're going to be successful.
Likewise.
Coming up next, we have Brian Hampton. He takes a trip to U Street in Washington, D.C. to see Up and Up's open mic. Stay tuned.
For the First rule to the Up and Up microphone, when someone comes up to the stage, please make sure you clap for them as if you were coming up to the stage.
My name is like the soul that's up in you, screaming for liberation, where my spirit is the wind blowing.
This is Brian Hampton representing Lifestyle Entertainment. I'm interviewing my man Truth from Godzilla, you know, DMV superstar, and they doing their thing nationally. And I just want to ask you, with the whole Up and Up, you know, idea came from the brothers. Whose idea was it, and what was your vision for it?
Man, that's a long story, my good brother, man. I try to condense it, man, but it started as a social group. It wasn't really a business. It was myself and along my brother Victorious and 4 of our closest friends, Apuje Kalu, Carlos Bonds, Brazil Murphy, and Tori Young, pardon me, Tori. And we just was together in school all the time, like that's what we represented. We wasn't necessarily trying to be the cool dudes. We wasn't the jocks, you know what I'm saying? We was just ourselves at any given point, but we call ourselves Up and Up. And it meant constant elevation. It was a goal for us to do better, like with our grades. You know, we was on some young homie stuff, so we was about like the girls, the women, like really up and up, like elevating everything you do. That's why we call ourselves Up and Up. But it spawned into a fashion line when we decided to make T-shirts as juniors in high school, at Suland High School. We decided to make T-shirts, and that caught on amongst our classmates. They liked the unity. They asked to purchase it, so we sold it. It went on to us actually buying a storefront or purchasing a kiosk in Fullsville Mall. From learning that business, we learned the promotion business. Once we learned the promotion business, we learned that, you know, we're going to spread it. And from promotions, we do parties, bowling parties, the clothes, the open mics. Like, we just constant elevation. We sticking to the theme, man.
Where do you see it going in the future? I know, you want to elevate and get high, but exactly what direction y'all want to move it in the future?
Man, like, we growing, we getting older. You know, high school was a long time ago. Up and Up been in existence for 13 years, since 1998. At this moment, we about to celebrate another anniversary. So, you know, it was inspired. Like, and I was the first one to have a child. My daughter's actually 13, so she was a big inspiration on how it turned into a business. I realized we had something, so I had to have an income to get that. I couldn't always depend on a 9 to 5. Like, I still work at times, you know, but I'm focused like on making Up and Up my full time. But where we going, like, we going as we grow. Like I said, it's a reflection of us, so we need to be more mature. Like, so I want more mature events, more classy events, more exclusive events. So like boat parties, weekend vacations, you know, we're just gonna do something really exclusive. I don't even really know. We talk about things all the time. We got ideas been sitting on the table 5-6 years, and we capable of doing whatever we want, but it's just timing. Like, so you're gonna see something really exclusive though. So grown-up stuff. So get your grown-up on, like, and get your sophistication, your education on. So you know, cause that's where we taking it.
How is it, I know y'all been rapping for a long time, and y'all really starting to see fruits of your labor with, having Erykah Badu host a mixtape. How's the music scene going for you?
The music is also a blessing. It's just it's a pleasure for people to receive. It's like for Erykah Badu to hear your music and be like, I want to co-sign these dudes because I love their music. For Knife Wonder to hear your music and shout you out every chance he get. For the legendary DJ Scratch to hear your music, like, for your peers, like all the people who joined us on the CPR Blend say they hear our music. Like, we grew up, like, literally, like, I can go bar for bar with Black Moon. If I see Buckshot right now today, he come in here, be like, what up? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like, I'm really in awe. Like, and like, we got to remain humble with it because we brothers, so we try to check each other. I can't lie on the mic because I seen him punch me. Like, in real life, he'll punch me. Like, Powerful ain't going to start faking because he going to get jumped. Like, so it's our responsibility to deliver what we deliver, and as long as we got it, like, do it. But it's fun. Like, Godzilla is fun. It's a relief. Up and Up is business. Godzilla is fun. So we appreciate the love. Now, y'all just make sure y'all stay tuned in to Rise and Spivey, man. It's a pleasure to see the sister Rise. She represents the same thing that we represent, which is constant elevation. Man, it's a pleasure doing the business with you, bro, doing the interview, man. You good at what you do, man. Keep doing it. All y'all people out there, man, stay tuned. Peace.
Appreciate you, brother.
Okay, I am so proud to have the Fellaz on. Some people might know them for the awesome parties that they throw, the Crab and Splash Party, Fest, pool party, the New Year's Eve bashes. Tonight we are here to talk to them about their youth organization. Hello guys, how y'all doing?
What's happening?
How's it going?
How are you? Hello.
I'm good. I'm happy that you all were able to make it on such late notice. So let's get right in it. I want to know, what is the mission of the youth organization?
Well, basically, the general mission of the Fellaz Youth Foundation is to empower and uplift our youth. We have a specific audience of young men ages 13 to 17 years old, but of course we do a lot of other community activities, and we also work with a few young women as well. But our main focus is our young men, because we are young men as well. So. And our primary goal is just to, provide them with tools that they can use, now and throughout the rest of their lives, and just pass on as much as we can that we've learned, over the years through, family and just schooling and things of that nature, just trying to pass on as much as we can.
I know one of the ways you do it is the Dream Tour. Can you tell me about that?
Sure. The Dream Tour actually started about 2 years ago, and the concept came about. We wanted to provide an avenue for the youth to realize that they can achieve their dreams despite what backgrounds they come from. We pretty much serve the urban communities where all students see success as far as being a basketball player or a rapper or a football player. But we wanted to present the Dream Tour in an engaging format where we allow students to see the journeys that it takes for you to achieve your dreams. Right. And we will host what you call a dream chaser exercise, where we will bring students up to the stage and we will ask them, well, what do you want to be in life? And students will say lawyers and doctors, and entertainers, and we will guide them through the ups and the downs, because one of our major goals is to let them know that you are going to encounter failures on your path to success. So we want to give them a realistic idea of what it takes to achieve your dreams, and to show them that people like them, that looks like them, such as us, could achieve all of their dreams if they put their minds to it.
Adam and Paul host Mindstream Radio. They've been on the show before, and I've been on their show many times. And I know one of the stories that they share is you all went to speak somewhere, and the kids assumed that, you all had some troubled, rocky past, Paul had been shot or something. Yeah. Paul, elaborate on that.
It's always interesting. We like to engage the students. I think one of the things that we do is sculpting. I like to think that when we go there, we leave enough of an impression that they can think, man, remember when those dudes came? And sometimes we go there, we're not suited and booted. We go there, we got our jeans on, our sneaks on, so they can relate to us. So Adam and I, we had this assembly, and we just did this small exercise. We were just asking the children, like, what would they think, like how, I ended up in this wheelchair. And of course, it's you got shot, you got this, that, and the third, and we had to share with them that, I got in a car accident, this, that, and the third. But I think what you were talking about was we talked to them, and I think sometimes in what he was talking about in the urban community, they relate things to struggle, to what's your hood story, like, how y'all come up and yada, yada, yada. Yeah. So what we're trying to do is divert that, because for our community, like for too long, that's been our badge of awareness, is that we revel in poverty. Right. So like what we try to do is just bring a different aspect to the young men or young women, whoever we encounter, just to let you know that you don't have to be nothing stereotypical. We try to divert anything that's stereotypical from their mind. You know what I'm saying? We try to teach them stuff about investing. Will does a wonderful teaching them how to tie ties, you know what I'm saying, and things like that. I mean, because it's important. You know what I'm saying? So we just try to give them, just like coming from some young guys, we just want you to think that, just expand your mind well beyond the 4 blocks that you live in.
Right, right. Yeah. And what has that experience been like to you, Adam? How does it feel to reach out and touch the kids and give back?
I mean, it's fulfilling. You know, Paul alluded to it, you know, teaching them how to be men. You know, I don't think enough older men go back and teach young boys how to be solid grown men, you know, and it, like he said, it's always some sort of extreme example, you know, as a rapper or some dude that just got out of jail, no disrespect to him, but you know, we want to show them that you don't have to go through all of this craziness to be a normal active citizen. So I think that's it's very fulfilling for me, because I get an opportunity. I have a 14-year-old brother, and I want to see him come up right, and I want to see his friends come up right. So if I can make any impact on the community, it's always great.
Great. Yeah. How many fellas are there? Because I just have 4 of you all here today, but there's a lot of other fellas.
100 million.
It's a mini Wu-Tang clan.
It's a Wu-Tang clan, right?
Yeah, I mean, we have a team of about, let's say 11.
Okay.
Yeah, 11. So, I mean, we're a pretty big, strong team, and we got a lot of support outside of the fellas as well. So, yeah, so you might as well say 100 million, because our team is unlimited, but you know, officially it's about 11. So
yeah, in the streets, real deep in the streets.
Tell me how y'all became the Fellas. How did that name come about?
Well, it started